Hi and good morning, doctor. My name is INTAN ARIS, matrix number S62X67. About industry that we selected, which is petroleum and gas mining. The oil and gas industry, one of the largest industrial sectors in the world in terms of generating value in dollars. This is also known as the petroleum industry. This industry is very crucial to the global economic framework, especially for countries like the United States, Saudi Arabia, Russia, Canada, and China. Petroleum is important to many industries and is necessary for the operating and maintenance of industrial plants, machines, and transportation purposes. Next, our group chose to conduct a study on Petronas company. Oil and gas activities in Malaysia can be classified under three main categories, namely upstream, midstream or infrastructure, and downstream. In 1974, under the ambit of the Petroleum Development Act 1974, the government of Malaysia proposed the creation of a national oil company to safeguard the country's oil and gas resources. Petroleum Nasional Berhad was formed on September 6, 1974, and all petroleum resources in the country came under the responsibility of Petronas to develop according to commercial requirements while taking into consideration the socio-economic needs of the country. There are a few local and international operators involved in the upstream exploration and production activities in Malaysia. Petronas Carigali Sdn Bhd remains the main local operator in Malaysia. The international oil and gas companies such as Exxon, Shell, Hess, and Talisman also play a significant role in the exploration and production of oil and gas in Malaysia together with Petronas Carigali Sdn Bhd.
Hi doctor, my name is NURUL SYAFIQAH binti RIDZUAN at 62868. I want to talk about product and service provided, which is Petronas is stand for Petroleum Nasional Berhad National Petroleum Limited. It's a Malaysian oil and gas company. This company is one of the few national oil companies in the world that has transformed itself into being a leading multinational of choice and ranked among the largest corporations on Fortune Global 500. It produces products that include petrol, diesel, jet fuel, lubricant, cooking gas, pharmaceutical, propane, and more. Petronas was not the first company to extract oil and gas in Malaysia. The service provide a filling station and shipping service. Natural gas must therefore be refined through a complex industrial process before it can be used to produce pipeline quality dry natural gas. During the process, the raw natural gas is separated into its main components: cell gas, ethane, propane, butane, and condensate. With this process, natural gas is able to be efficiently transported over long distance through pipeline, while recovering the valuable component found therein.
Hi, my name is Stanley Ping. My number metric is S629X6. Our objective of research is to identify the business sustainability criteria during pandemic disaster and post-pandemic. We started by a survey form within invited employees of Petronas company to respond. We got total 30 respondents join our survey. This figure is the outcome that we analyze the response following the Likert scale that we set, such as strongly disagree, neutral, agree, and strongly agree, with our 6 elements that show the business sustainability of Petronas company during pandemic disaster. The majority of respondents agree with increasing of oil and gas in efficiency and effectiveness, continuing efforts to generate finance income through oil and gas resources, worry about sustainability of business during pandemic, and sales of assets to increase finance. It is because production Petronas company also facing unprecedented health crisis and causing change and challenge to business sustainability. Besides, the Table 2 also shows statistics on the business sustainability criteria during pandemic disaster. We using formula and calculate out the means, median, mode, standard deviation, and variance by using the data collected with the survey form.
Alright, next, I want to present the graph of respondents. The table shows the business sustainability criteria for post-pandemic from a positive perspective. The majority of the response of the Likert scale 4 show that the highest choice recorded by respondents was agreed by 11 respondents, or 36.67%, and the second highest recorded was 33.33%, or 10 respondents, which means respondents strongly agreed with the statements about the increase of oil and gas in efficiency and effectiveness. It is because Petronas today report a strong first half performance in 2021 owing to the group's relentless pursuit of operational excellence of fiscal discipline. For example, the group generated revenue of RM 109.6 billion in the first half of 2021, up 70% from 93.6 billion in the first half of 2020, owing to a favorable average realized prices for core products and higher sales volume effect, especially in oil and gas. Then we can see the choice of neutral is 7 respondents, which equal 23.83%. The lowest choice is 1 respondent, which means is 3.33% that strongly disagrees with this statement. Next is high demand on oil and gas revealed that 9 respondents, 30% strongly agree, and 10 respondents, 33.33% agree with the following statement. Rather than that, 8 respondents, 26.67% were recorded for each neutral, then disagree and strongly disagree were recorded for the statements, while the other 2 respondents is 6.67%. It is because the price and demand following the reopening of key economies globally were recovered by the oil and gas industry. However, the expected increase in oil supplies, as well as further lockdowns caused by the emergency of new COVID-19 variations, may have an influence on price and demand recovery. For example, the average daily production 2,345,000 barrels of oil equivalent in the first half of this year is greater than the 2,255,000 barrels in the first half of 2020, owing to higher gas production due to increased demand in both local or foreign operations. Besides, the majority of the response on the Likert scale 4 about the business sustainability show continuing efforts to generate financial income through oil and gas resources revealed that 13 respondents is 30% strongly agree, and 8 respondents, 26.67%, strongly agree. It is because most respondents agree with this because their company is guaranteed to continue operating, hence the domestic oil supplies never depletes. They are also able to fulfill customer responsibilities. For example, they can be managed to handle over 400 cargoes and continue to deliver to key affected clients while also maintaining a liquefied natural gas cargo performance record of over 11,000 this year. Lastly, for the sale of asset to increase finance shows the majority of respondents have neutral, 10 respondents or 33.33%, and the second highest choice was recorded by 9 respondents or 30% strongly agree. It is because the decision to sell Petronas gas assets was made based on a long-term commercial assessment as well as cost comparison to assure operational and commercial excellence. These steps also need to be taken to maintain a strong financial position. At the same time, Petronas has achieved her higher net profit of RM9.3 billion in the first quarter of 2021 compared to RM4.5 billion recorded in the same quarter last year, supported by the recovery in oil and gas prices since the outbreak of the COVID-19 pandemic that affected the company's earnings. Lastly, the higher net profit was also in line with the lower overall costs incurred by the group. Alright, the table shows the number of respondents and calculation of percentage of respondents. We decide to use a frequency as the calculation. Right, the table shows the calculation of the respondents with a mode, median, mean, standard deviation, and also the variance.
For conclusion, COVID-19 has been striking the entire world and had a negative impact on a variety of industry, especially in industrial sector. So, Petronas must prepare carefully to ensure their survival. So, they need to explore a variety of opinions to develop their financial stable and develop a specific appraisals in each their department in order to avoid long-term loss during the disaster pandemic. As a result, Petronas has taken a several moves by selling some of their property to optimize their financial and focus only oil and gas resources. With the economy has been returning to normal after post-pandemic, Petronas company has used some of their methods to re-establish their business. For instance, every department in Petronas will be reopened to maximize their output. So, with the COVID-19 case has been decreased, it's the right moment for Petronas to reopen their existing business or start a new business. Thank you.